In this video, we explore the faults and error codes of General Electric air conditioners related to compressor issues and their electronic control system. For General Electric, codes H3, E8, and P2 are protections that activate when an overload is detected in the compressor. This problem occurs when the temperature switch, located on the compressor, sends a signal to the electronic control module of the external unit, indicating a higher than normal temperature in the compressor head. To solve this problem, the first step is to check the connection of the overload switch, located on the compressor. Ensure that all electrical contacts are in good condition, both in the compressor and on the electronic board. Also, check the cleanliness of the condenser and the operation of the condenser fan. On the other hand, code P0 is generated when the inverter module protection, known as IPM, is activated. This code usually appears when the heatsink of the IPM electronic module is loose and not making perfect contact, or when there are issues with the insulating paste or gel, or the screws securing the heatsink to the IPM electronic module. Additionally, visually inspect the capacitors and the traces of the electronic module located in the external unit. There should be no abnormalities. With a multimeter, measure the value of the electrical resistances near the IPM electronic module. They should be correct. Another cause could be an overcurrent in the compressor. To check this, measure the compressor's electrical current with a clamp meter before the equipment shuts down. The current value measured with the clamp meter should be less than the RLA parameter. Measure the voltage supplied by the external power grid. Another protection code, which is generated when there is a compressor drive issue in General Electric units, is P4. To try to solve this problem, first verify the correct voltage supply from the external source. Additionally, check the connections from the external board to the compressor. You can disconnect the equipment from the power supply and, using a multimeter on the electrical resistance scale, measure the value of all the internal resistances of the compressor motor coils. To do this, measure the values between two power connection pins of the compressor. All measurements should be equal. Check the electrical connections between the external and internal units, looking for loose points that could cause poor electrical contact. Finally, it is important to mention that before starting any of the checks mentioned above, it is recommended to disconnect the equipment for several minutes and see if the fault disappears. Sometimes, a reset of the equipment can resolve the issue.